Welcome, Amazon sellers and soon to be Amazon sellers. Welcome to the webinar. I'm excited to have all of you here today and looking forward to helping you out. So we're gonna get started in just a moment, but real quick, let's just do a sound check. If you can hear me just fine, if you can see me just fine, head over there to the chat and just type in yes. I want to make sure our audio is working just fine. So head to the chat, just type in yes if you can see me, if you can hear me, and want to welcome you to this webinar. Now, what we're going to be talking about today is we're going to show you how to discover the next big products. They're doing $500 a day that you can instantly source locally without even needing to use your own money. Plus, I'm going to share with you 5 secrets that's going to make you successful without any experience and no technical skills needed. So I do see some yeses, so thanks everyone. Glad that you can hear me just fine. I'm glad to have all of you here. Now, today's training is going to be provided by AMZ Scout and Ace Goldwyn. And before we get started, I just want to give you the little disclaimer. This isn't any legal advice or financial advice, right? You always got those attorneys out there like, oh, you got to, give them the disclaimer. So I just want to let you know that, results can vary. But it really comes down to the time and effort you put into your business, right? The more you put into it, the more you get out of it. Now, tell me where you're tuning in from. Where are you joining from? Head of the chat, tell me what state or what country. Tell me where you're tuning in from. I'd love to hear where you all are at. Myself, right now, I am in Utah. I enjoy traveling. So, next month, I'm going to be in Arizona, California. Later on this year, I'm going to be down in Florida. I just love traveling. I think it's a lot of fun. So tell me in the chat, tell me where you're tuning in from. I'd love to hear it. Now, I love this picture. I think it's hilarious. Have you ever noticed that if you were to outline all the countries, the world is like a cat playing with Australia? Poor Australia, right? If any of you are from California, we're not trying to play with you. We're just trying to have some good time and have some fun here. All right, so I see we've got someone from Michigan. Welcome. Glad that you're here from Michigan. I bet it's beautiful up there. I know it starts to get cold this time of year and the leaves change colors, so very beautiful up there. South Dakota, welcome. Glad to have you here. Northern California, love California. Love the beaches there and visiting there. Marcella from Oregon, welcome. Glad to have you here. You were in the area where I grew up. I originally grew up in Seattle, so in the same Northwest area. So welcome. Glad to have you here. We've got someone from Florida. Glad to have you here from Florida. I'll be down in your area later on this year. I enjoy getting out of the snow and going where it's warm, and glad to have you there. South Africa, wow, that is quite a ways away. Welcome, glad to have you here. My brother lived in Durban for a couple of years. Really loved it over there. He loves South Africa. He also lived in Swaziland for a little while too. He liked it there. Houston, Texas, great state of Texas. Glad to have you here. We've got London, UK. Wow, Alex. I'm sure it's. What is it in UK? Is it evening right now there? I know you're quite a few hours ahead of us, so glad that you're taking time out of your evening to be here. Welcome. Glad to have you here. We say, I got someone here from UK and Germany. Amazing countries, truly amazing countries. Oh, you're from Durban as well. Awesome. Glad to have you here. Durban's a big city, very big city. California. Wow. So we've got people joining us from all over the world, and glad that you all are here. So Alexander, 10 p.m. So it is pretty late for you. So thanks for taking time, Alexander, for being here. I know it's late where you're at, and appreciate you taking the time to be here with all of us this evening. And I'm glad to have you all here. If you notice, I've been reading your comments on here, so we're live. Now I'm going to be asking you questions throughout this webinar. Make sure to put comments in there as I ask questions. I enjoy interacting. I think it's a lot of fun. So look forward to reading your comments throughout tonight's session. Now, my promise to you is that you are going to learn how to discover the next big products that are doing $500 a day. And these are products that we can focus on finding locally without even needing to use your own money. Because I understand that some of you, maybe you're in a tight situation financially. So I'll show you ways that you can get products without using your own money. Plus, I'm going to reveal to you 5 secrets that can make you successful. And what's cool about this is that you don't need to have any experience. You don't need to have any technical skills, because I'm going to show you the easiest way of how to do this. Now, the 5 secrets you're going to learn is secret number 1, finding. How to find those products that are doing $500 a day in less than 30 minutes without needing any technical skills or experience. Secret number 2, sourcing. How to find those secret local suppliers that have products that you can launch in just 1 day. Secret number 3, no competition. The secret to selling products with absolutely no competition. And then secret number 4, long-term success. Strategies to safeguard the success to prevent deactivation. I'm sure some of you have heard those horror stories where people get their account unfortunately deactivated. And we don't want that to happen to you. So I'm going to show you how to avoid that, because you got to know what to do, but also to what not to do. So I'll show you those things. And then secret number 5, free funding. How you can get thousands of dollars worth of products without even using your own money. And if you stay to the end, I'm going to give you something special. I'm going to be answering all of your questions. So as you have questions, write it down in your notes, because at the end, put in your questions, and I'm going to answer all of your Amazon questions. Now, my name is Brett Goldwyn. A lot of people call me Ace. Ace is a nickname that a lot of people have given me. So I go by Ace Goldwyn. So a lot of people call me Brett Goldwyn is my name, and glad to be here with you all. Now, I started selling on Amazon 17 years ago. This makes me one of the most experienced gurus out there. Now, when I started, I didn't have a job. I started with no money, and yet I was able to grow it to be a very successful business. And I've been able to be lucky enough to run a 7-figure e-commerce business. Now, I have over 10 years of mentoring online sellers. I've mentored one-on-one over 2,000 sellers over the last 10 years. I've created multiple 6-figure Amazon sellers in under 90 days. I've even created 7-figure sellers, those doing over $1 million. And I've been able to help some of them do it in just 6 months. Now, some of you might have seen me speak at different events. I enjoy going around speaking about business and about Amazon. So I'm very well known as an Amazon speaker. Now, I want you to know I am nothing special. I just want to introduce yourself so that way you guys know a little bit about me. But I am nothing special. Anybody can do this. I got started in 2007 and 2008 when the housing market crashed. I lost my job, and I kept applying for job after job after job. And what happened? I couldn't even get hired for a janitor position to scrub toilets. So I got an eviction notice on my door, and that's when I realized I was in a bad position financially. And the only way that I could get myself out of it is I needed to take action and find a way to get myself out of it, since no one would hire me. So I realized there had to be a way, because I was out of money, couldn't get a job. I needed to find a way to get money since applying for jobs wasn't working. So when there's a will, there is a way, and there can be a way for you as well. So what I decided to do is I started selling on eBay and Amazon. And I remember when I made my first sell, it was for $70, and it felt like thousands of dollars to me. And it was magical, right? Not only was I happy to make a sell, but my wife was happy. You know, that saying, right? Happy wife, happy life. It truly changed our lives. So finally, I had a way to start generating income, and I just grew the business from there. And I was doing this during a recession. So I went from no money to success even during a recession. So what I'm going to do for you today is I'm going to explain to you my strategies. That way you can do exactly what I did. You can duplicate this and do exactly what I did. I went from no money to success. So you don't have to have a lot of money to get started on Amazon. When you learn the strategies that I learned, you can do it too. Now, this is going to give you a new way of living because of selling online. Let me just show you how it's changed my life. That way you can understand how this can change your life. Because if I can do it, you can do it. So I want you to picture this being you. Here's some ways it's changed my life. Number one, it's given me more freedom. You can live with more freedom. You can choose the hours you work, where you work, when you work, as long as you have internet connection. No more having to go ask a boss for permission to go watch your kid play baseball. No more alarm clock. In fact, one thing I used to do when I'd help sellers be able to quit their job, what we used to do is we'd take a baseball bat or a hammer and break the alarm clock, signifying freedom. No more having to wake up at a certain time to go do the commute and deal with your boss and work. But we don't do it anymore. And here's why. A lot of you use your smartphones. I don't want you taking a hammer to your smartphone. Not a good idea, right? So we don't want you breaking your smartphone. So we don't do that anymore. But that's what we used to do, just break your alarm clock when you attain freedom. Second thing is it allows you to do what you love the most. So this is pictures of me taking my family to over 45 states in just 2 years. In fact, I continue to travel. I love traveling. And it's been an amazing experience. You can travel as long as you have internet connection. There's something called Starlink that you could buy. Starlink, it connects to the satellites. So you could be out in the middle of nowhere where there's no cell phone service and still get internet to work on your Amazon business. It gives you lots of freedom. It gives you the opportunity to live more luxurious. And here's the fourth thing, and this is why I do this. I enjoy helping people. That is why I'm doing this webinar tonight. This webinar isn't for me. This webinar is for you. I want to help you. So here's how I feel like it's not only changed my life, it's given me the ability to give more. Right there's a donation I made for $30,000. I used to make that in a year. And it's pretty cool to be able to make that single donation in just one time, just click on the button and do that donation. This is how it changes life. So if I help Amazon change your life, are you willing to help change the life of others? Because I want to help change your life, but I want you to pass it forward. Help out other people. Help those that are struggling financially. Help people that might be needing more food. People that, whatever they need help with, help more people, because that's what I do. Is I enjoy giving and helping people, and hope you can do the same thing. Now, the purpose of today's training is I want you to accomplish your goals. Q4, November, December are the biggest selling time of the year, and you can achieve your goals by selling during this time period. Today's training is about helping you achieve your goals. It's not for me, it's for you. So success is like a journey. And I love this quote. Many dream of destinations, but never arrive because they simply don't take the first footstep. The one who reaches the most destination found the traveler with the most shortcuts. So, the key there is one, you got to take action, right? You got to take that first footstep, because you never get to anywhere if you don't take that first footstep. But if you want to go to as many destinations as possible, find the person with the shortcuts. I've been there. I've done that. I'm going to show you how to take action. I'm going to show you the shortcuts, but you got to be teachable. You got to be coachable. So tell me, head in the chat and just type in yes in the chat. Are you willing to take action? For those of you that are willing to take action, here's the first action I want you to do. I want you to remove all distractions, right? It's so fun to get on social media, see what your friends are doing, but I would take any distractions, put it away. Why? Because what I'm going to share with you tonight is going to change your life. So you can keep your phone out if you're using it to take notes. Take lots of notes. Take lots of notes during this call. Awesome. So I'm seeing Alexander says yes. Visitor says yes. Visitor says yes. But most of the USA says yes. So awesome. Thank you for your comments. So why is it important to know how to quickly find local products? Well, here's why. Q4. You hear people call it Q4. Some people call it the holiday season. This is the most profitable time of the year. There is more money to be made during November and December than what some people make for several months. You can make several months worth of income in just 2 months. In fact, I know some sellers, I don't recommend this, but I know that there are some sellers out there, what they do is they just sell for the months of November, December, and then they take the rest of the year off. That is how much money can be made during the holidays. Because think about this. When do you spend the most money? What time of year do you spend the most money? When do you think most people spend the money? Head to the chat. Tell me, when do you think most people spend the most money? Tell me in the chat what you think. Because for most people, it's November, December. Some people it's even October. Because people are buying a lot of gifts. They're buying a lot of stuff for the holidays. So during the holidays, there are those that spend money on Amazon. And then there's those that want to make money on Amazon. So which one do you want to be this year? The one that's spending all their money on Amazon or the one that's making money on Amazon? Head to the chat. Tell me in chat. Do you want to be the one making money on Amazon or the one spending money on Amazon? I'd love to hear your comments. Yeah, I do see a comment on here. Oh, yeah. I like that comment. Absolutely. Someone says Christmas season. Appreciate that comment. Anniversary. Happy wife, happy life. Someone knows what to think. Awesome. Appreciate your comments. I see make money on Amazon. Thanks, Alexander. Appreciate your comment. So head to the chat. Tell me. Just type in yes. Are you ready to learn secret number 1? Finding. How to find those products that are making $500 a day and how to do it in less than 30 minutes. Without experience, without technical skills. Head to the chat and just type in yes if you're ready to learn about secret number 1. I'm going to grab a drink. I do a lot of talking and sometimes I talk fast, so that's why I drink a lot of water. So I appreciate you guys putting in comments as I'm doing this. Oh man, I love your comments in here. I see yes with a lot of exclamation points. I see heck yeah. I see yes with a lot of yeses. Awesome. You guys are amazing. So let's go ahead and dive on in. Secret number 1. Well, to find the best products, you need the best tools. So let me show you how. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to do this live. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So as soon as you can see my screen, head in the chat and say, type in screen or I can see or something like that. I just want to make sure you all can see my screen. So I'm going to share it. I just want to know when you can see it. I want to make sure it works. All right. So we're going to do this right here. All right. Can you all see my screen yet? I love someone says ACE equals energy. Awesome. Appreciate the comments. You guys are awesome. I love this. You guys are amazing. Tell me in the chat, can you see my screen? I want to make sure it works before I start kind of diving into it. All right. I see. Got it. It's working. Yes. Awesome. Let's go ahead and dive on in. So this right here is the AMZ Scout tool. Some of you might be familiar with this tool. Some of you might not. So let me show you how I personally use it. What I like to do is I come here where it says product research, and I go right here where it says product database. And when you click on product database, what you can do right here is you can click on more filters. And here's the filters I like to use. First, you come here to the categories. Now here's 3 categories that do really well during the holidays. Toys and games. A lot of people are buying toys and games. Another one is home and kitchen, right? There's some people, they love to cook and it makes a great gift for them. Or tools. Some people like tools. There's some other categories you can choose here as well, but we'll just focus on these 3 for right now. You click this apply button and then weight, you want to limit it to put a max of 5 pounds. The reason why is if it gets really heavy, the shipping cost starts to eat up a lot of your profits. So you don't want something more than 5 pounds. So I put on here a limit of 5 pounds. Reviews, We want something that has a low amount of reviews. Something that doesn't have a lot of reviews tells us it is a new product. So remember, I mentioned to you that we want to find something that is upcoming, something that's growing, something that's new. So putting the criteria as something under 300 reviews is going to show you those newer products that are newer to Amazon. That way we can get going on a product at the beginning of a trend, not at the end of a trend, at the beginning. Estimated sales, I want something that's going to sell at least 10 units every single day. So we're going to put a minimum of 300 right there. And then the weight, oh, we already went over weight. Revenue, now $500 a day is $15,000 a month. So I'm just going to put a minimum of 20,000. That way we can kind of get close to that $15,000 a day, or sorry, $15,000 a month. I'm getting my math mixed up here. And then you just click on Find Products. So when you click on Find Products, it's going to give you this list here. Now we're going to look at these things like Food Saver. I mean, you can find these things in stores. So I'm not going to focus on that because these Food Savers, you see a lot of that in like, you can get that like Walmart and Target and Costco. So I want to look for something unique, something that is unique. Alexander asks, will this work in the UK? Yes, Alexander, this will work in the UK as well. Right here where it has this marketplace right here, you can choose different countries. Let's see. Then, I mean, this looks unique. Blocks. Of course, you got Legos might be kind of like that. This looks interesting here. What is this? Looks like it's, let's look at the title here. Magnetic fidget balls, gift for teens, 500 pieces. So let's do this. Let's take a look at this product. So we're going to go to Amazon and let's type in magnetic. Magnetic, we'll do, what was it? Magnetic, I think balls is what it was called. Oh, and it's called like fidget toy, I think. Fidget. We'll do magnetic balls fidget. All right, so here it is. Here are some products. So it looks like that there's different kinds. Like there's this one that we saw. There's these ones. But overall, it seems like these seem to be the ones that are coming up the most. These ones that looks like they're made out of silicone. So when you're looking at this, all this information here, it's kind of like, what am I looking for here? So AMZ Scout has created a pro extension tool that shows you the information that you want to see as a seller. So it takes all these products in the order that they are, and it puts them in order on this software, but it gives us the information that we want to see as sellers. So as you can see here, we've got this one, the revenue is $114,000 a month. This one's $13,000 a month. This one's $24,000. This one's $6,000. Here's what I'm looking for here. I'm looking for what's called market depth. You want to make sure that sellers are making sales even at the bottom, because if all the sales are only going to those at the top three, the issue with that is that means that if I'm there on like, you know, let's say I'm down here at like number 8, or I guess 8's right here. If I can't make sales, then I don't want to sell it. But as you can see here, this does have market depth. This person's doing 10,000. This one's doing 34,000. This one's 113. This is 45,000. And this is per a month. $45,000 a month. I mean, not amazing. So we know the sales are here and it's doing well. Then we want to see, well, how much competition is there? How competitive it is? Well, I do that based on the number of reviews, the ratings. So 407, 41, 71, 704, 111, 296, 407. So these don't have a lot of reviews. That tells me this is a new market. These sellers haven't been established for long selling this product. That means you just barely launching this product on Amazon, you have a shot at this first page of Amazon because everyone's reviews are low. Now, let's say they're high. Let's say this person had 3,000, this person had 20,000, this person had 800. It's going to be very hard to compete because those products have been very established. They've been selling well for a long time. But when you hop into a niche like this, where there's not a lot of competition, easy to get found on that first page. Now, there's a lot of numbers here. You can I like to focus, on the sales, the amount of reviews. Something that's cool is that if you click on one of these products, you get this drop down here, and we can click on this button to get keywords. We can use AI, like I can click on this and AI is going to analyze it, and AI is going to tell me a little bit more about the product. And this is what's cool. You do not have to be an expert. You don't need to have experience, because watch this. The AI is going to do the work for us. It's telling us, here's the strengths, good profit margin, ratings, and then it tells us opportunities about different things we can do. For example, expanding internationally, right? I know there's a few of you in South Africa, the UK, and other countries. Hey, this might be a great product to take international. It gives us some feedback here. So this is amazing that AI tells us some things to know. And then also too, what about our profit? Well, we've got this calculator right here that will show us how profitable it is. So what we can do is there's this link right here that says suppliers. I can click on this, and we'll just click on Alibaba, and we're just going to see what these typically sell for. 2 cents, 5 cents, 90 cents per dollar for that one. This one's 5 cents to 30 cents. Oh, here's those magnetic things. $1.85 to $1.99 for 500 pieces. So let's just figure that. Let's just figure it's based on, let's do this $1.85. So what I can do is I can come to one of these products here, and we can take a look at the calculator here. So this one, if we go to that one's doing 114,000. So let's do one that's maybe doing a little bit less. Let's do this one right here. We'll click on the calculator, and let's see. We're going to estimate our sales is cost per unit. We're going to put $1.98. Now, as you can see here, it shows us that our estimated monthly profit is $40,000. $40,000. Let me ask you this. Tell me in the chat, what would it mean to you if you had a product that was making you $40,000 profit? Head in the chat, tell me. I want to hear your comments in there. What would $40,000 a month do for you? Now, if I want to check out some other products, what I can do is I can just click this button here that says add to tracker. It's going to add it to my tracker. Now, let me show you this. You don't have to be an expert. And here's what's amazing the software will do. All I have to do is just click up here where it says the niche score. And right here, it tells me this is an 8 out of 10, which means I'm likely to succeed. It lets me know that it has high profit. It lets me know it has great demand. It lets me know it has medium competition. So as you can see here, you don't have to be an expert. The software tells it for us. We know from the software that yes, this is a good product to sell. Me personally, I like to see that number to be 7 or higher. So you want it to be a 7, an 8, a 9, or a 10. So this looks like a really good product. Let's see. I see someone asks here, how many units are you buying? So what I would do is I would just, right here, see how it says average sales 1,838. So that tells me how many units are being sold per month on average. The average seller is doing $20,000 in sales. So that gives me an idea that I would probably want to buy somewhat close to that average monthly volume. So that's how you determine how many to buy there. Isn't that pretty cool? Isn't that awesome? Now that you know, okay, this is a good product to sell, what you can do is you come back in here to AMZ Scout. And AMZ Scout, what we need to do is we need to find what are some good keywords for our listing. So we can take one of these ASIN numbers. Let's pull up this one here. I'm going to click on copy ASIN. And then I'm going to come back here and we're going to go to reverse engineer. So what I can do is I can paste that ASIN number in there that we grabbed and hit find products. I need to enter the ASIN. And so what it's going to do is it's going to help me find what are the best keywords, like quiet fidget toy, stress relief toys for adults, sensory fidget toys, anxiety relief toys, magnetic ball fidget toys. And what you can do is you can see how many are being searched. Like this one right here, 27,000 monthly searches. This one, 14,000. I really like this one, so let's just copy this one. So I copy it. And now that you know what keywords to go after, now we got to create a listing. So we just come here and we're going to go to AI Listing Builder and you click on Create. And what we can do here is we can put in some words for it to generate. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some keywords, and we can even get it from the ASIN. Let's grab that ASIN number again, copy it, come back here, and we're going to paste in the ASIN number, hit get. And just like that, it's pulling this up for us. So we can do like magnetic balls. Let's do fidget. We'll do this one, stimulation tools. Let's see. Actually, let's get very specific. We're gonna do this one. I'm just looking at some of these other ones here. We'll do this one, quiet fidget toy, fidget toys. And we're going to go ahead and do that. Now we're going to hit add. And now it adds those keywords in here. And then all I have to do is click on generate listing with AI. Now here's where the magic happens. And this is what's amazing. You don't have to be an expert at writing these toys. As you can see, it came up with the title. It came up with our bullet points. As I scroll down, it even came up with a description. You do not have to be an expert. You can let AI do the hard work for you. It's that easy. All you need at that point is just pictures, which you can ask the supplier that you buy the products from to give you pictures. And now you have your listing, the text for it, you have the pictures, you have the product. You are ready to rock and roll. So, as you search products, remember how I clicked on add to tracker? If you want to circle back to any other products that you're looking at, you can just come back here, go back to product tracker, and you can see that here are some of the things I've added to my tracker. Some different things that I've looked at. So it's pretty cool that you can see anything that you're tracking. So that is how you can use these tools to find amazing products. So as you can see, just in a matter of minutes, I was able to find a product that would do more than $500 a day in profit, because AMZ Scout has a database of millions of products that I can pull from. I run the numbers just to make sure it looks good. If it looks good, just like that, I can go after the best keywords by spying on my competitors and have AI create the listing for me. You don't have to be an expert. It is that easy to use. All right, so that is how you do that. Now, we're going to go back to the slides here. Let's see. Can you see my screen or the slides? Tell me in the chat. Tell me if you can see the slides. Want to make sure that it's working again. And would love to make sure. Again, there's about a 40 second delay in the chat. Okay, I see. Yes. Awesome. All right. We're going to keep moving forward. So head in the chat. Tell me, are you ready to hear about secret number 2, sourcing? How to find the secret local suppliers that have products that be launched in just one day. Head in the chat. Tell me, are you ready to learn about secret number 2? Look forward to hearing your responses. Now, again, there's about a 30-second delay in the chat. And keep in mind, as you have questions, write it down in your notes, because at the end, I'm going to have you type in all your questions where I'm going to answer all of your questions. And I'm excited to hear about what questions you have at the end, because I'm looking forward to answering all of your questions. All right, I see yes. Yes, I see. Alexander says, yes, please. Visitor says, let's do it. Awesome. I love your enthusiasm. I love your excitement. This is awesome. You all are great. I see. Yes, sourcing and logistics, warehousing. Awesome. So let's dive on in. Secret number 2. Here's the big problem, right? A lot of people, they want to sell during the holiday seasons, but when you buy from overseas, it could take months for your inventory to arrive. And what happens? You could miss the holiday season. We don't want that to happen. I want you to make a lot of money during the holiday season. We don't want you to miss the boat. So I've got the perfect solution. Buy from local suppliers. Don't buy from overseas. Buy from local suppliers. Here's why you shouldn't use overseas suppliers. Number 1, slow shipping times, which costs you opportunity cost. An opportunity cost is, let's say if I could take my money, invest it, it could be making money, but instead my money's tied up with an overseas supplier. I'm losing money because my money could have been making money if I had invested it. Instead, it's tied up with an overseas supplier. That's called opportunity cost, where you lose money because you could have been making money, but you weren't because your money was tied up. Expensive. A lot of people think, oh, it's cheap to buy from some of these countries overseas. Well, here's the thing. What you're not factoring is you got to pay shipping. You got to pay tariffs. You got to pay taxes. You got to pay fees. It all adds up. In the end of the day, it's not always cheaper buying from overseas. Then it can get complex, right? Freight forwarding, forms, import laws, or it just gives me a headache even just thinking about some of those things you have to deal with. Then communication. Tell me in the chat if you ever dealt with this before. Maybe you're working with someone, let's say in China, right? You go to contact them, but they're sleeping. And so you send them a message, and then they answer back, but now you're sleeping. And it's like when you're awake, they're asleep. When they're awake, you're asleep. And if they misinterpret something, like then it's like a day to get them to come back. And there's kind of this language barrier sometimes. I see someone out there says, yes, okay, you've dealt with that before. You know what I'm talking about there. And then you get major delays, right? Your products are stuck on the ship, and then you miss the season. I don't want that to happen to you. And then holidays, right? For those of you who have worked with some of these suppliers, like for an example in China, in the US, in Canada, in many countries, when there's a holiday, things shut down for a day. In China, for the Chinese New Year's, they shut down for weeks. I mean, there are some holidays in China where they shut down for almost a month. Then you get delays. Let me give you some real examples of ordering products from China. These are from real Amazon sellers who tried placing orders, and this was the results. So the Amazon seller said, can I order iPhone cases? This is what they sent. Can you imagine opening up a box of what you thought were iPhone cases, and this is what you get? Here's another one, right? And you can tell that sometimes there's a language barrier. This person said to their supplier, said, I did a Google search, and I read that toilet paper is popular. Can I order toilet paper? Well, this is what they said. Rolls of Google. Can you imagine getting that? It's like, I don't think Google would be happy if they saw that you were selling their brand on toilet paper. Then you got this one right here. The Amazon seller said, I want to create toothpaste better than Crest toothpaste. Well, this is what they sent. Crust toothpaste. Can you imagine that? Like, oh, I brushed my teeth to get the crusties out. No, you're actually putting the crusties in. This is what they sent. So that is something that just to be aware of. Now, here's another example. This person said, I want an effective mop to better clean up after the children's messes. This is what they sent. Stupid Child efficiency mop. I don't know about you, but I think if someone gave that to their spouse as a gift, said, hey, how would you like to have a Stupid Child? I don't think they'd be pretty happy about that. So definitely a language barrier when sometimes ordering. So the moral of the story is don't buy from China. buy from local suppliers. Why? Because it's cheaper. You're not paying tariffs, taxes. It's better cash flow. Your money's not tied up. You can buy the product today and get the product today. Instant business, right? You go pick it up the same day. So that's why I say you can have a business today. You go buy the products today. You don't have to wait months for it to arrive on a slow boat from China. Easy communication, right? You're on the same hours as them and they speak your language. No language barriers there. No misinterpretations. That way you don't end up with a mop called stupid child. And then it's safer, right? You don't have to worry about trade wars, the turmoil, the weather, and things like that. And then you don't have to worry about fraud, right? Because you're going to someone local, someone you can meet face to face. So you don't have to worry about fraud, someone taking your money and running. And then here's the big thing. I am all about helping people. When you buy local, you are supporting local. Because here's what happens. When you send your money off to, let's say, China or wherever it might be, that money's not coming back. But when you take that money and you buy from a local supplier, do you know what happens? That person working there pays their employee. That employee takes that money that they earned and then they go spend it on dinner. And that waitress now has money to pay her rent. And then she pays her landlord. That landlord takes that money and pays for their kid to be in ballet lessons. When you buy from local suppliers, that money stays locally. And what does it do? It helps your local economy. I am all about helping people. I would encourage you to start working with local suppliers so that way you can help the jobs and help people in your local area. It sounds very simple and easy to do, but it makes a big difference in the long run because that money stays in your local economy rather than going off to a foreign country. And here's the other thing, right? You get it fast. It's not stuck on ships. You can sell in time for the holiday season. Now, I'm sure one thing a lot of you are wondering about is, well, how do you find these local and domestic suppliers? Well, for those who want to learn how, type in me in the chat. Type in me if you're ready to learn about how to find these local suppliers. Let's talk about it. So how do you find these local suppliers? Now, a lot of people think that every supplier is far, far away. You would be surprised. There are local suppliers that you can work with. Even if you live in a small town, you'd be surprised that there might be some that might be even in the town next to you. A lot closer to you think. Crystal says me. Visitor says me. I love that. I love that enthusiasm and excitement. Alexander says me. We've got someone that says me. I'm seeing a lot of me, so let's dive on in. So, number one, local chamber of commerce. Most cities have what are called chambers of commerces. What this is, these are organizations where their job is to help the local economy. So what they'll do is they'll take a local business and another local business, and they'll connect the two of them together. So you can go to your local chamber of commerce and say, hey, I'm an online retailer. I want to sell some products. Can you connect me with a local company that I could sell their products? They would be happy to help you out. Then you've got city business lists. You can go to your city offices and say, hey, can I get a list of businesses here in the city? Specifically, those who are distributors, wholesalers, suppliers, or manufacturers. I want to get a list of businesses that have products that I can buy from. Because when you own a business, you have to register it with the city. Now, here's another one, industrial zones. You go to an area of your city where there's a lot of warehouses, because you can go to these businesses, knock on their door, talk to them face to face. Now, if you live in somewhere like Chicago, I probably wouldn't recommend going to industrial zones, right? Because it may not be safe, like you're dodging bullets, like, please, no one, don't shoot me. I'm just trying to find a business that I can buy products from. So if you live in a safe area, yes, go to those warehouses and go talk to those businesses. If you live in a city where it's not safe, then don't go to those industrial zones. Networking events. This is a fun one. You go to these networking events where you can meet other businesses. And when you go to these networking events, businesses love talking and connecting with other businesses. And someone who loves connecting with other people is probably connected to a lot of people. I'm sure you've heard that saying about it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. That is what these networking events are all about. I have come up with some amazing opportunities attending these. But let's say you go to one and you go talk to a guy and you're like, hey, tell me what you do. And they're like, oh, I'm an insurance agent. Great, you're an insurance agent. Hey, I'm looking for companies that I can buy their products and sell. Have you given insurance lately to any businesses that have products that they're selling wholesale? Or maybe you go and talk to another person. They say, oh, I'm an investor. Oh, you're an investor? Great. Have you invested in any companies lately that have products I can buy? See, no matter what type of professional you run into at these events, you can use it as an opportunity to get them to refer you to businesses that they know, because people that go to networking events are well connected. Trade shows. This is a very fun one. I love going to trade shows. In fact, I'm usually at one every year called ASD. If any of you happen to go to that one, I'd love to meet you there. I go to CES. There's a bunch of trade shows I love going to because you get to see these companies. They're displaying these products that are brand new. Like, well, you could be some of the first people to start offering those products on Amazon. And then Google Maps. Go to Google Maps, type in like wholesale, supplier, distributor, and try to find some local suppliers. And then even go to Google, type in, let's say you're looking for toys, type in toys, wholesaler in whatever city you're located in. And then even local directories, you can find suppliers in there too. So there's a lot of different ways that you can find suppliers. Now, here's how you can use AI. Go to ChatGPT. And as you can see here, I asked ChatGPT, give me the contact information for the Chamber of Commerce in Seattle. As you can see right here, give me the contact information. You can ask it, what are networking events in Seattle? I'm just using Seattle as an example. As you can see, it gives us a huge list of networking events. You can ask it, what are some toy trade shows in the US? As you can see right here, it gives us some trade shows. Then it asks us about, let's say you want to find out what is a custom manufacturer. You can see it gives us a list here. What are some distributors in the US? It gives us a list of distributors here. So you can ask ChatGPT to help you find suppliers. Just don't ask your cat about your cat suppliers, right? I like this picture of the cat. Like, I'm not going to ask you again, who's your catnip supplier? So funny picture there. So that is secret number 2. So let's dive into secret number 3, no competition. How to get those products with no competition. Head in the chat, tell me, are you ready to learn secret number 3? Is this awesome? Are you enjoying some of the stuff that you're learning? Head in the chat, tell me, are you ready to learn secret number 3? How to sell products with no competition. There's about a 30-second delay in the chat, so I'm just grabbing a drink while I'm waiting for your comments. And this is going to be awesome. All right, I got a smiley face emoji. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. I'm seeing Alexander saying yes. Someone says, I am so ready, with a lot of O's. I love your enthusiasm there. Maria, ready, with a lot of exclamation points. Wilmanette says, yes. Awesome. Let's dive on in. Secret number 3, no competition. So I'm not just going to give you just one strategy here. I'm going to give you 3 strategies of how to sell products with no competition. That way, the buy box is yours 100% of the time, meaning that you're the one that makes all the sales when someone clicks add to cart. That way, customers are needing to buy from you and you only. So why do you need the buy box? Well, for those of you who don't know what the buy box is, when someone clicks that add to cart button on Amazon, that is called the buy box. The person that name is mentioned in the buy box, they're the ones that make the sell. Then you've got these other sellers below, that's called the secondary buy box. We don't want to be in the secondary buy box, we want to be in the main buy box. Now this product right here has over 100 sellers. That means there's over 100 sellers who are not making sales because they are not in the buy box. So you need to be in the buy box. So what happens is to get in the buy box, you have to like drop your price, be the lowest price. And then what happens, you get this bidding war. It becomes the race to the bottom. This person drops their price. This person drops their price. And the more competition is, the less sales there are and less control the buy box. So here's what you need to do. You need to have 100% control of the buy box. So how do you do that? 100% exclusiveness, meaning that you are the only seller on the buy box. So let me share with you 3 strategies to do that. So strategy number 1, exclusive rights. So there's 5 steps to this. Step number 1, find a local company. Do those things we talked about earlier. Find that local company. And you can even post it on like Facebook groups or classifieds, as well. Let people know, hey, I'm looking for a local company. Then once you find that local company, in step 2, you ask them, are you selling your products on Amazon? Okay. And then step number 3, if they say, no, we're not selling on Amazon, what you do is you use AMZ Scout. And with AMZ Scout, you're going to take a look on there and you are going to see the products that they offer, what those are selling for. And then you look to see who's selling it and say, hey, do you realize your competitor is making $50,000 a month selling a product just like this? Then also when they find out that their competitors are selling it, also what happens, their blood starts boiling, like, oh, my competitor, they don't like it when they hear that their competitors are having more success than them. So they get upset, and that's a good thing. Because when you point out like, hey, you could be making a lot of money on here, your competitor's doing it, now also they see the opportunity. But here's the thing, they don't know how to sell on Amazon. And that's where you come in. You let them know that you will sell it on Amazon for them. And here's the thing, you explain to them, say, look, I got to add pictures, I got to write a description, I got to do all this hard work, you make it sound hard. And then what you do, you say, but I'm going to make it easy for you. I will sell it for you, but I have 2 conditions. Number 1, I want exclusive rights. I want to be the only person selling it, because if I'm putting all this effort into getting it going on Amazon, I want to be able to be the exclusive person to sell it. So that's how you get exclusivity. So you tell them there's 2 requirements. So that's the first requirement. 1, you want exclusive rights to be the only person to sell it on Amazon. Then number 5, what you do is the second thing you ask them is, but look, I want this to be a partnership. And because it's a partnership, you provide the products and I will sell them. When they sell, we will split the profits. Here's what this does. This is called consignment, meaning that you don't pay them until the item sells. This means it costs you 0, zip, nada, nothing. It costs you nothing for those products. This means you get the products for free without using your own money. Now, I'm going to teach you some other ways that you can get products for free without using your own money, but here's one of them right here. Pretty cool, huh? Then on here, there's a second strategy you can do is what's called rebranding. What you can do is you can take a generic product, slap a sticker on it. Well, you'd be surprised if you go around like stores like Harbor Freight, the dollar store, there's a lot of generic products out there that have nothing on it. So if there's nothing on it, then you can slap your own sticker on it and you can rebrand it. How do you get those stickers? Well, you just go to like Walmart and most office stores. They have these printable stickers that you can print off and slap on the product. Or there's a third option. It's called private labeling. This is where you can find a company to print your brand name on the product. And when it comes to rebranding, you just basically generic products, and you're the one that puts the sticker on there. Private labeling, this is where you have a manufacturer who just prints your name on it. So let me show you an example here. This is my friend. One of my friend was originally there on the left-hand side. He came to me, he said, Ace, I have this problem. I've been selling this product and now there's over 105 sellers. The price has dropped down to $10.99 where I'm only making $1.10 profit. And I'm not making as many sales because there's so many sellers. So here's what I told them. I said, let's take that product and what we're going to do is we're going to slap a sticker on there and we're going to put your logo. We're going to create a logo. We're going to put it on there. And we can use AI. You can use AI to design the logo for you. And we're going to put it on there. And now it's going to become your own brand, your own listing. And that's what we did. We created our own listing. This is what happened. Now he was able to sell it for $28.99. His profit jumped up to $17.38. 17 times more profit. So no competition. Alexander says, this is what I'm going to do through eBay. Absolutely. You can do this on eBay as well. You can do it on eBay. You can do it on Amazon. So thanks, Alexander. Appreciate your comment there. So we basically took the same product and then we rebranded it, and now he's having a lot of success with it. No competition because it's his. And I should clarify this. Because he created his own listing and his own brand, he's the only one that can sell it. That gives him the buy box 100% of the time. So where can you buy these products instantly? Well, the dollar store is one of my favorite places. Sometimes Harbor Freight or even stores like that have cheap, low-cost products. Oftentimes, a lot of them are unbranded. Promotional stores, like for an example, Vistaprint. Vistaprint, you go to vistaprint.com. You can add your logo to like golf balls, sunglasses, lighters. I mean, they have all kinds of stuff that you can put a logo on. T-shirts, hats. I mean, you name it. But basically, you do rebranding. Then you go to local businesses, like we talked about. Go find a local business. And many local businesses, these small mom and shop places, they've got great products and they're good at selling locally, but a lot of them don't know that they could be selling online. They think it's too hard. You go to them and you offer the solution that you can take their products and list it on there for them. Then there's also two different US directories that you can get for private label. So there's a lot of great options there. Like, and you use websites like thomasnet.com. You get a list of manufacturers on thomasnet.com, alibaba.com. There's lots of websites you can get there. But here's the thing. You can't just throw a random product on there. What you want to do to beat the competition is to stand out from them. Here's how you do it. So let's say, for an example, you want to sell a pickleball paddle. So you start out with this pickleball paddle. And then what you can do is you can go to AI. And when you go to AI, you say, hey, I got this wooden pickleball paddle. Tell me about what should I bundle with a pickleball paddle. ChatGPT comes back and says multiple paddles for players, balls, and a carrying case. So we went from having that there on the left, just a wooden pickleball paddle, to now having a bundle over there, a ball and a carrying case. Then you go to ChatGPT, say, well, how can I improve this product? Analyze the reviews. What you do is go to Amazon, copy the negative reviews, paste them into ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will analyze it. It'll say, well, many customers are complaining of wood splinters and difficulty grabbing the wood handle. So improving the handle is recommended. So you see, we went from that wood over to having this handle over there based on what AI recommended us. Then you can say, well, what are the best colors? And it might say, well, pickleball paddles using black, green, and gray is recommended. So we went from that paddle to this paddle. So basically, using AI, we started from just a basic wood paddle to now this bundle over here that looks like this. You can use AI to find out how you can stand out from the competition. So tell me, what about secret number 4? Who's ready to learn secret number 4? I'd love to hear about it. And then as a reminder, I'm going to answer all of your questions at the end. So when you have questions, write it down in your notebook, and then I'll have you type in your questions at the end, and I will go through and answer your questions. But I want to show you how to continue to have long-term success. You don't want your account to be deactivated. I'm sure a lot of you have heard those horror stories where someone was selling, they're making a bunch of money, and then their account gets shut down. I want to show you how to avoid that, some common mistakes a lot of people make. So let's dive on in. Well, here's the top 3 policy violations. Number 1, counterfeits. Do not sell fake products. Right? See this picture right here of this shoe here, Mikey. Right? It's not Nike. It's Mikey. Yeah. Don't sell counterfeits. Don't sell knockoffs. Right? If this isn't a real iPhone, then don't sell it as a real iPhone. Right? Don't sell fake products. Number 2, deficient rate. If you have more than 4% late shipments, or if you cancel more than 2.5%, Amazon will shut down your account. So how do you avoid that? Do FBA, not FBM. FBA is fulfilled by Amazon, meaning Amazon ships your products out to the customers. Fulfilled by merchant, meaning you're shipping the products out to your customers. You don't have to ship the product yourself. Do FBA. Amazon will receive the inventory and they will ship it straight out to the customers for you. You don't see it, you don't touch it. Amazon takes care of the shipping for you and customer service as well. So to avoid number 2, just do FBA because Amazon's in charge of shipping. Number 3, fraud. Do not use fake documents or anything fake when you sign up for Amazon. And now here's a pro tip. Get a second account. You can have 2 Amazon accounts if you get written permission first. So what you do is send a message to Amazon, say, hey, Amazon, I need to open up a second account because I got 2 different brands and I want to keep them separate. They give you permission, then you can open up the second account. That way, if the first account ever gets shut down, that's okay. You got the second account as a backup. I don't think you have to worry about your account getting shut down as long as you're doing good things. So secret number 5, I'm going to grab a drink. Tell me in the chat, who wants to learn about free funding? Who wants to learn about ways that you can get thousands of dollars worth of products without using your own money? Head in the chat and tell me. I would love to hear comments. I'm going to grab a drink while I wait for your comments. So tell me in the chat, who is ready to learn about free funding? And tell me, what would it mean to you if you were able to get thousands of dollars worth of products without using your own money? All right, I see someone says me with a lot of exclamation points. Awesome, great. So I'm seeing people saying me, so let's go ahead. Crystal says, I'm ready. Great, Crystal. We says, am ready. Great, glad that you're ready. Awesome. So I'm seeing that a lot of you are ready. So let's dive on in. So the first one is consignment. Now this method I explained to you a little bit earlier. What you do is you partner with the supplier, and what they do is they provide you the products, you sell them, and then when you sell them, that's when you pay the supplier. Here's a little secret. A lot of people don't know this. Did you know that grocery stores, the entire chip aisle in most grocery stores is based on consignment? If you notice, when you go to the chip aisle, you see Frito-Lay putting their products on there. Not a Target employee or a Walmart employee. Or you go to the bread section. Notice how the people that are putting some of the bread on there don't actually work for that grocery store. They work for the bread company. That is because in retail, a lot of people don't know this, but a lot of the products being sold on the shelves are consignment. Meaning that that when they provide the products, and then when it sells, that's when the retailer then pays the person providing it. I had a friend that actually lives in Chicago that owns a cookie route, and they take these cookies and they put it into grocery stores. He told me that everything is consignment, that that he has to make sure on holidays that it's well stocked because he gets paid when someone actually buys the product. So that's a big secret in grocery stores. A lot of them are consignment based. So this is pretty common in the retail market. Now myself, I started with no money because as you know that I had lost my job. I was applying for job after job, and I couldn't even get a job to scrub toilets. It's kind of embarrassing to say that, that I wasn't good enough to scrub toilets, basically. And so I started with no money. So I went to someone who was a millionaire, and I was kind of hoping that they were just going to give me money to help me out. But I went to them asking them like, hey, you're very successful. Here's where I'm at. I'm trying to start this online business. I need money. What should I do? And what he told me changed my life, and it could change yours. This is the advice he gave me. He said, do you see those buildings right there by us? And I said, yeah. He said, do you think the people that own those had enough money to buy those? I said, no. He's like, what did they have to do? I'm like, well, they probably went and got a loan from a bank, or they probably got investors. He said exactly that those people, that they did not use their own money to buy the building. They did OPM. I said, oh, what? He said, OPM, other people's money. He said, basically, they got investors' money or the bank's money to buy the building. And then what do? They rent out the building, and they collect all that rent money. And then they pay their investors, or they pay the bank back. And they keep everything that's left is their profit. He said, this is the greatest secret of self-made millionaires and billionaires. And the reason why they keep it a secret is because if people realized how easy this was, there'd be a lot more people that would be quitting their job and going out and, investing in real estate or starting a business. So when he pointed this out, I realized that's genius, because he went on and pointed out to me, said, look at some of the billionaires you know. And so I point out some people like Mark Zuckerberg, Warren Buffett, and he pointed out to me how each and every one of those didn't start with their own money. They used other people's money. You can do the same thing too. And here's how you can do it. There is a good way and a bad way of using the bank's money. So a bad use of using the bank's money is getting a credit card and go and buying like TV, clothes, things like that with a credit card that doesn't make you money. Why? Because that creates debt. When you buy something that doesn't make you money, it's called debt. But what rich people do is, so poor people, they use a lot of their credit cards to buy things that don't make them money. Rich people, they use the bank's money to buy things that's going to make more money. This creates wealth. So you use credit cards the wrong way, it creates debt. Use credit cards the right way, it creates wealth. Because think about it. A farmer, they can go take their credit card, they can go buy some seed, plant those seeds, buy some fertilizer, fertilize it, and then what happens? They grow crops that they can sell and make money. Pay that credit card off, and now they created wealth. So there's a right way and a wrong way of using credit. The right way of using it is to use credit on things that's going to make you more money. I mean, think about all the people that own a bunch of rental homes. They don't own the homes. The banks do. They use the bank's money to create their wealth. So here's what happens. It's called the compounding effect. So you take your credit card and you go buy, let's say, some of those things I showed you earlier, those magnetic things. And we buy $5,000 worth with your credit card. Take your credit card, you buy $5,000. Well, as you saw in there, we would double our money because it cost us $2, but we'd make $4 profit. So now we double our money. So now you take $5,000, it turns into $10,000. And then you pay off that credit card. Most credit cards, if you pay it off within like 30, 40 days, you pay zero in interest. So we buy the products, we sell it, we make $10,000, pay off the credit card, now we're left with $5,000 profit. You take that $5,000, go buy some more. Now you have $10,000. Take that $10,000, now go buy some more product. That $10,000 becomes $20,000. $20,000 becomes $40,000. $40,000 becomes $80,000, which becomes $160,000. $160,000 becomes $320,000. $320,000 becomes $640,000. And $640,000 becomes $1.2 million just by using free money from the bank with a credit card. This is real. This is a real screenshot of over $1 million on Amazon by someone using this exact strategy. So using other people's money, you can take $5,000 and turn it to $1.2 million in a short time. Head to the chat and tell me this. Would $1.2 million help you accomplish your goals? Tell me in the chat. I'd love to see it. I'm going to grab some water. Would $1.2 million help you achieve your goals? Tell me how. Tell me how $1.2 million would help you accomplish your goals. Tell me in the chat. Tell me what you would do with $1.2 million. I want to hear from you. I want to hear your comments. Now, again, it's about a 30-second delay in the chat. I would love to hear your comments on here and hear what you have to say. I see a visitor on here says yes. That sounds like it would help you accomplish your goals. That's great. Tell me in the chat. Tell me how this would also to change, how it would help you out. I'd love to hear. Now, let me ask you this. What are your goals? Head in the chat. Tell me in the chat. What are your goals? Where would you like to go on vacation? If you can vacation anywhere in the world, where'd you go on vacation? Tell me in the chat. What kind of car would you drive? Again, answer these in the chat. I want to hear some of your comments. What about what house would you like to have? Answer these in the chat. You can pick any of those questions. It could be pick what your goals are, pick what kind of house you'd have, what kind of car. Head in the chat. Tell me your goals. I want to hear some of them. So let me ask you this. With what you're doing now, how long will it take you to achieve those goals? With what you're doing right now, with where you're at financially right now, how long will it take you to achieve those goals? How long will it take you to get your dream house, your dream car, go on your dream vacations? Tell me. I'd love to hear it. I see some of these comments in here. Private label, sort out my pension, help my kids, buy a retirement home. I love that. I love the fact that you want to help your kids. As I mentioned earlier, I love helping people. And the fact that you want to help your kids is amazing, Alexander. I appreciate that comment. And also retire. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to have, you say, a retirement home? That's awesome. Visitor, I want to work for myself and have freedom for my life. Wouldn't that be awesome to be able to, do what you want, when you want, have the freedom to live your life the way that you want to live it. You only have one life. Do what you want to do. Live the life that you want to live. Because think about how fast time's gone. How much faster is the next few years going to be as well? Do you want to keep being in the same position? I see a comment on here. Someone says never. Yeah, for some people, you may never achieve your goals if you keep doing what you're doing now. So something needs to change. I actually went to a friend of mine and I asked my friend this question. He's like, oh, I'd love to have a Lamborghini, a car with a 3-car garage. I'd love to go to Tahiti, and was telling me all these goals. And I said, with what you're doing right now, how long will it take? And he went from being all excited to like, oh, and they looked at the ground. He thought for a second. He was quiet. And they looked back up at me and he said, you know what? I'm never going to be able to accomplish those goals. So I pointed out to him, that's why you need to change. Let me ask you, does anything ever change if we don't make the change? So how would you like to have my help? I enjoy helping people. How would you like to have my help to help you accomplish your goals? Well, let me show you a few people I've helped. This is Jessica. Jessica says, I was able to quit my job in just 6 weeks. I was making $8 an hour. It used to take me 4 weeks to make $1,300. Now I make that in less than 4 days. The money is great, but more importantly, I can be at home with my kids and create special memories. This is John Wayne. He says, as a high school dropout, it's been hard to get good paying jobs over the years. So I've tried many things to make money online and failed again and again. How many of you felt like John, try different things and just struggle? But he mentions that I had taught him techniques that no one else is teaching, and it works. He says, finally, I'm making the money that I've always dreamed of making. Lots of my friends are losing their job to AI, but I am here without a degree, making a fortune on Amazon. Last month, I bought a Tesla with cash, and now I'm working with a realtor to buy my dream home. I never have to worry about money again. How many of you can relate to John, right? John tried so many different things, but it wasn't until he got my help that it changed. And now he doesn't have to worry about money again. It's not too late to start. In the last 6 months, I've helped more people hit 6 figures in just less than 3 months than ever before. I've created multiple millionaires last year too. So the question I have for you, do you want to be next? Do you want my help? Head in the chat, tell me in the chat, do you want some help? Are you fine if I share something I put together to help you out? Head in the chat, tell me. I'd love to hear your comments. I like this comment. Someone mentions that we kind of live in a day of modern slavery. Yeah, I can see how jobs kind of feel that way, that you feel like you're kind of stuck in your job, that you kind of feel like a slave to your job. That's a great comment. Appreciate you sharing that with me. So here's what I've put together. If you want to replace your income fast in Q4, I see Alexander says, I want you to be my mentor. I need your help. Please, sir. Well, Alexander, let me share with you and everyone else what I put together for you. So for those of you that want to replace your income fast in Q4, wouldn't you like to know my 17 years of secrets to building a multi-million-dollar business, even during a recession? I'm going to reveal to you step by step by step exactly how I did this. I see someone else says, I would love to be mentored by you. Awesome. So you're going to need to know how to build your Amazon fast so you get your Amazon business up and running just in time for Q4, for the holidays, because we're just only a couple weeks away from November when most people are spending lots of money. So we got to do this fast. It is very important that we get your Amazon business up and running as fast as possible. So I put together the Seller Secret course. This is a video course that shows you strategies that other gurus, other big sellers, they don't want you to know these strategies. I open up the curtains and show you everything. In fact, it's the only Amazon course out there that teaches you how to build an Amazon business during any economy, including a recession. That way you can make money no matter what. And it's going to show you step by step by step from A to Z. This is a $1,900 value. You're going to get topics in there like the 6-figure paycheck, the best niches during recessions, how to always dominate the market, how to set up an Amazon business the right way, because I've seen people set up their account the wrong way. I'm going to show you 5 other ways that you can get money to fund your inventory. So you don't even need money. I'm going to show you 5 other ways. I showed you 2, but there's 5 more ways. And so that's cool. I'm going to show you how you can get people that want to buy your products before you even launch your product. People that are like begging you, like, please take my money before you even buy it, and so much more. These are just a few of the many topics that are in my video course. So this is a $1,909 value. Now you're going to need a product. So AMZ Scout, we're going to get you access to the AI extension, the database, the ASIN lookup, the keyword research tool, the product tracker, the keyword tracker, the Quit Stacks view, and Stock Stats. We're going to get you access to 3 months of all of AMZ Scout's AI tools, a $169 value. And you're going to get the Pro extension as well. That tool I was showing you that allows you to dive deeper into a product to see, is it a good product to sell or should you not sell it? Because it's going to show you the score, calculate profitability, and show you everything that you need to know before you buy it. Then you get the AI Pro extension, which is going to analyze the products, show us how we can make it better, give us insights, and show us everything that we need to know for buying that product. Now, you also get the niche scores, which will show you whether you should sell or not, if it has high demand, what the competition looks like. It makes it easy. You don't have to be an expert. The software does all the hard work for you. Then you can even use it to find US suppliers. There's a little drop-down menu where you can choose on there where you want the suppliers to be. So let's say you're in South Africa or UK or the US. You can choose your country and it'll show you the suppliers for that product. It's really awesome. And that's in that extension tool. Then you get access to the product database with over 600 million products that will show you the best products to sell based on the criteria that you enter. And you're going to get the Amazon keyword research tool. So you can find the best keywords to target. So that way you get found for the words that people are typing in. And then you can reverse engineer your competitors to see what keywords are they targeting. No need to reinvent the wheel. Hop on a wheel that's already rolling. Then you get the keyword tracker, which will track the keywords to show you how well those keywords are doing. And we're also going to give you some more bonuses. For an example, we're going to give you a bonus to show you 5 high-performing products to launch during Q4, a $497 value. Then we're going to give you the how-to reviews guide to show you how to get reviews on just day one. We're going to show you lower risk ungated categories. Someone asked earlier about ungating. Well, we're going to show you what categories are ungated. And you get a list of over 100 private label suppliers here in the US. We're going to give you that list as well. That we have a list of all of these suppliers that you can start buying products from today. So the total value of this is $2,168 plus $994 worth of bonuses. You're going to need a supplier. So I did a mastermind class a while back. People that attended it paid $497 values. I'm going to give this to you. It's going to show you how to find the best supplier. It's going to give you supplier directory links, how to get the best prices. In fact, I even include a script that I've used after my 17 years selling on Amazon. I've learned what to say, what not to say, and I perfected a script that will help you get the best prices possible that you can just copy and paste and email. This brings a total value to $2,665. Now you're going to need to get found on Amazon. So I'm going to give you another mastermind course that I recorded a while back that shows you how to get the first page on Amazon in as little as just 1 week. The profit multiplier, how to rank on the first page of Amazon for lots of different keywords so you're getting lots of traffic and making even more sales. How to create a high converting landing page, a page that when people go to it, they're like, take my money, I want this. And I'm going to show you the exact strategy that I personally use step by step by step. This is a $497 value. This brings a total value to $3,162. Now, something special I'm going to do for you is because I know that you need to get up and running and launched as quickly as possible. So I'm going to do an intensive accelerator group in a video with me, where what's going to happen is that you're going to get mentoring from me, the most experienced guru out there. There is no other person out there I know of that has over 10 years mentoring experience on Amazon and over 17 years selling on Amazon. So you get to work with the most experienced guru out there. You get to ask me questions. You get my personalized help to help you accelerate your success. And during this group video call, I'm going to help you create a customized game plan for you to help you to get from where you're at to where you want to be. Plus, I'm going to reveal some insider secrets from an original programmer. I know someone who has been on Amazon since they first started. He was in the first group of 10 the first 10 employees to get hired on Amazon. He's been there from the beginning. He's got a lot of insider secrets that he's revealed to me that I'm going to reveal to you. So we're going to do this live group video call where I'm going to reveal to you those secrets. You get to ask me your questions. You're going to get help from me so I can help you accelerate your success. And I'm going to do this right now because the big spending month on Amazon is right now. This is when people are starting to spend a lot of money on Amazon. So I'm doing this to accelerate your business So that way you get my personal help to help you get your business up and running in time for Q4. So that's a $2,909 value. That brings the total value to $6,161 plus $994 worth of bonuses. Now, for today only, we're also going to give you a checklist of questions to ask suppliers that we can avoid the bad suppliers. Now, to ensure you have the best product ideas, we're going to also give you something called Seller Hook. Seller Hook is a service provided by a sister company that AMZ Scout has, where they will research the product for you. So you're going to get one report where they will do the research for you. So it's a done for you option where you tell them, say, hey, I really like toys. What they'll do is they'll go and they'll research a bunch of toys, and they'll look to try to find what's the best toy for you to sell. And this is completely custom to you. You can tell them requirements, say, hey, I want something that makes X amount of dollars and sells. I'm looking for something that has this. Tell them all of your requirements, and they will find it for you. They'll take all your criteria and put a report for you. They're going to give you what keywords to target. They're going to help you find suppliers. They're going to do all the work for you. That way you have a product that is ready to rock and roll. And they're going to make sure it's unique. So they're only going to give this to you and you only. No one else is going to get this report. This report is for you. They're not going to start with anyone else. This is so that you can get up and running with a product to sell in time for Q4 right away. They will research the product for you. I want you to think about this. If all of these tools and all these resources, if all this did was help you replace your income in just 3 months, would it be worth it? If all this did was to make enough money so that you can achieve your goals, such as buying your dream house, driving your dream car, spending more time with your family, retiring, whatever your goal is, would it be worth it? Well, this is $7,531 worth of bonuses. You get access to the course, a $1,100 value. You get the intensive video group, a $2,900 value. The supplier mastermind class, a $497 value. The first page rankings, a $497 value. The supplier script, a $90 value. The checklist of questions, $99 value. 3 months of the AMZ Scout AI tool set, $169 value. The 5 winning products, a $497 value. The how-to list, $99 value. The low risk ungated, and $199 value. And the list of 100 private label suppliers, a $199 value. And plus, we will find one product for you, a $187 value. So this brings it to $7,531. If all this did was help you achieve your goals, would it be worth it? Here's the thing. I'm not going to charge you $7,000. $5,000? I know people all day long that would pay $5,000 for this, but I'm not even going to charge you that either. $2,500 easily to help you achieve your goals, totally would be worth it. But the good news is for you, we're not even going to charge that. My course alone, if you go to my website, you'll see people are paying $2,000 for my course. I'm not even going to charge you $1,000. For today only, we're going to give you access to all of this for just $397. Now, the best part is use the bank's money, use other people's money. You need to use your own money. It's what the billionaires use. Use that credit card. That way you can start getting your business up and running to start making money just in time for Q4. Here's Andrew Hoffman. He did $100,000 just in the last 30 days. How did he do it? He used the secrets that I teach. Now, I've got one other bonus for you as well. So you're getting all these bonuses that we're talking about, the seller's course, the mastermind, the one-page rankings, the supplier script, the 3 months of the tool, the how-to guide. You're getting access to all of these things, except for this is for those that want to research the product yourself. So the only thing you're not going to get here is you're not going to get that done for you research. So we're not going to charge $3,000 for it or $1,500 for it or even $1,000. What we're going to do for those that want to do the research themselves, we have a special bundle for you where you can get access to all of that for $247. So to get started, it's very simple. All you have to do is just click on the link that's over there in the chat. So you'll see a link in the chat, or what you do is pull out your smartphone, and with your smartphone, you can scan it. And when you go to scan it, you're going to see this right here, this little link right here. You click on that link, and then what it's going to do is it's going to take you to the website where you can then get it. And it's very simple. All you have to do is just put in you see everything you're getting. And then we've got two options though, just so that you are aware. For those of you that are in the US, we can break it up into 4 payments. So for those in the US, we've got Carmla, where when you go to choose the checkout, you're going to see an option there that says Carmla. There's a picture of it on the screen there. When you click on Carmla, what it will do is it'll break it up into 4 payments. So the $397 is just $99. The $247 is just 4 payments of $61. That way, if you need help breaking it up into payments, you have that option where you can buy now and then you can pay it later. That way you can start making money and then pay it later. And then you got these 2 options here. Now, just so you are aware, you're going to get access to all of the AMZ Scout tools immediately. And we have a 10-day money-back guarantee. That's why there's no risk. Try it out. Give it a try. There's nothing to lose, but a lot to gain. Now, if you have any questions or you need a refund, just head to see that email address right there. Take a picture of it with your smartphone. It's support@amzscout.net. Just contact the support, let them know if they can get you a refund. So again, there's absolutely no risk. You got a 10-day money-back guarantee. In fact, let me let you in on a little bit of a secret. When it comes to guarantee, I was reminded by one of my early mentors, there's only 2 guarantees in life: death and taxes. You know, we want to make sure that you have that peace of mind when you're doing something that you've never done before. You might have a little bit of fear doing something you've never done before. So that is why we have a money-back guarantee, to take away all the risk, all the fear. Because you and I both know nothing ever changes unless you make the change. So give it a try. If you like it, great. But if you decide that it's not for you, then you get your money back. It's that simple. But here's the thing. Don't join because we have a money-back guarantee. Join because you believe when properly coached, properly trained, and with the right tools, you have a chance at succeeding. Because we're looking for a guarantee, death, and taxes. But we have a 10-day money-back guarantee. Now, this is my student, Lee. Lee started working with me and just recently hit $1 million in sales. Pretty incredible. If she can do it, anybody can do it. She's just a normal person. Now, for the first 10 orders, I'm going to reveal to you my top 3 favorite niches for the holidays. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to be upfront with you. 100% of any money I get from this, 100% of it goes to my ACES charity project. I call it Out of Poverty Through Business. What I do is I take the money and I give it to businesses of low-income families. You know, low-income families that are on Medicaid or, you know, that are on financial assistance. What I do is I take the money and I help fund them that way that they can get a business up and running to help them get out of poverty. I'm all about helping people. This isn't for me. This is for you. Any portion that I get from this, I'm donating 100% of it to help out other people. It's not going to go to me. For that reason, whether you sign up or not, it's not going to impact me. It's not going to impact the car I drive. It's not going to impact where I go on vacation or what I wear or what I eat, because I'm donating all of this. But what it does impact, it impacts what you wear, what you eat, what you drive, where you go on vacation. This is about you. It's not about me. So go ahead, click on the link there, or you can use the QR code there to scan it. You can decide which one you want to do. Now I'm going to start answering your questions. But while you're putting in your questions, I'm going to mention a couple things that people ask me. Is they say, "Hey, Ace, can I buy this tomorrow?" And the answer is no, you can't buy this tomorrow. Why? Because this is our Prime Day special. We're doing this as a special for Prime Day. Should you come back tomorrow, you'd have to invest $1,999 to buy my course. That's what my students have paid. But today only, you are getting it for $397 or $247, depending on which one you pick. The $397 is the one where it's done for you, or they'll find a product for you. The $247 is where you can find a product on your own. It's up to you which one you want. Now, the other thing I want to mention is that should you come back tomorrow and buy my course, you're not going to get the live group mentoring. You're not going to get access to the suppliers mastermind class, the first page rankings, the supplier script, the list of questions. You're not going to get access to the 3 months of AMZ Scout AI tool. You're not going to get access to all of this. So why do tomorrow what you can do today? You know, if it's like, oh, I'm going on vacation, I want to come back and do it another day. Well, invest today so you get access to this bundle. And then when you come back on vacation, then you can start doing it. So head in the chat, start putting in your questions. I'm going to start answering all of your questions. One other thing I just want to mention real quick before I start going through your questions is I want you to think about this. Should you not do this, then what are you going to do? Should you not do this now, then when are you going to do it? Those are legitimate questions you need to ask yourself. You don't need to put it in the chat. Just ask yourself. Because you and I both know nothing ever changes unless you make the change. Some of you right now are maybe struggling with inflation. Maybe some of you want to spend more time with family. Maybe some of you want to quit your job. You hate your job. Maybe some of you would love to do what you want when you want. Maybe you want to be your own boss. Maybe some of you need more money. Maybe you have medical bills or other bills you're struggling to pay. I don't know. You all have your reasons why you're here. All of you are here because you want something to change. You want a better life. Are you going to get a better life if you don't take action? For those of you that want a better life, I'm here to help you out. I want to see people succeed. I want to see people do well, because I was once in that position where I was struggling financially. I was applying for job after job after job, and no one would hire me. What changed my life? Selling on Amazon changed my life. And I realized there are other people that need help. There are people that have dreams, people that want to change their life and accomplish stuff, but they don't know how, or they might be worried about making mistakes. You don't have to worry about that. So what I did to help out people, I put together a course to show people step by step by step how to build an Amazon business the right way. That way, if they're struggling financially, they can get the help that they need. I'm here to help you. That's why I'm going to be doing my live mentoring group, where I'm personally going to help you and the entire group during that live call. I want you to get up and running, because now's the time. Now's the time to start getting selling because of Q4. There's more money that can be made in just 2 months than any other time of the year. So it's critical to take action now. So how you do it, Go to the chat, click on that link. When you click on the link, take action. Take action. Or you can scan the QR code. So I'm going to start going through your questions. All right. So someone asked, how many units are you buying? Well, in my course, I do talk about how to calculate how many units to buy. So you'll find that out in my course. And that's another reason why you need my course, because my course will show you how to do it. So my recommendation, keep it to about a month's worth of inventory. You don't want to buy 2 years worth of inventory. Then your money's all tied up. Keep it to about a month's worth of inventory. But I go in a lot more detail than that in my course. So to access my course, just click on that link there. Someone asked, are those products private label? And yes, Maria, you can private label your products. In fact, my course will actually walk you through step by step how to private label your products. So what you can do is you can do the $397 one. And when you invest into it, we will find the product for you. AMZ Scout, their sister company, will research the product for you. And then my course will show you step by step how to get that product up and running. So that way you can launch your own private label brand. So the way you get access to that, just click on that link there in the chat. Maria asks, I already answered that one. This person says, so mainly buy from Alibaba. You can buy from Alibaba. I personally recommend going with local suppliers. So when you join tonight, you're going to get access to 100 private label suppliers that are based here in the US and in Europe. That way you don't have to work with Chinese suppliers on Alibaba. So when you invest into this, you will get a list of over 100 suppliers in the US and Europe that you can start buying products from this week. You can launch your business this week with the right videos to show you step by step the supplier list, and we'll even research the product for you if you do the $397. If you want to do the research your own, do the $247. The choice is yours. And if you need help deciding, let me know in the chat. I can tell you a little bit more about those. So as far as where to get the products from, we cover in my course. I have a whole section on working with suppliers. I can give you a script, but you also get a list of 100 suppliers. So to get access to that, just click on the link there and you get access to it. I do see a few of you have joined. Congratulations. Welcome to the family. I'm excited to help you out and looking forward to doing our group call where I'm going to help you get your business up and running and start watching the videos. But congratulations. Glad to see a few of you have joined. And just so you know, when I end this webinar, the deal is off the table. So you need to hurry and take action now and click on those links. Crystal asks, are these private label products? If not, do we have to ungate and send in invoices to be able to apply to get permission to sell? So Crystal, the nice thing is that when you do my strategy of rebranding, private label, or if you're selling local businesses products, you don't need to get ungated. When you're selling big brands like Disney, Barbie, Mattel, those big brands, yes, you got to get ungated. But when you are selling products from a local business, or you're rebranding products that you have yourself or private label products, you don't have to get ungated because it's either your brand or you're working directly with that local brand. So you don't need to get ungated in those cases. But of course, my video in my course, it will walk you through how to do that. It'll show you how to get those suppliers, how to get those products. Maria asks, being generic products or Chinese brands, could there be problems with Amazon? Maria, in my course, I'll walk you through how to improve the products so they aren't just regular generic products. There's little things you can do. Like for an example, you can take a product. There's a product I was selling that it was like a stainless steel bottle, but it was one that was geared more towards like outdoors, like heavy duty. And I noticed a lot of people were complaining about not being able to carry it with them when they're hiking. So I created a bag. I shouldn't say I created it. I bought a bag that it would fit in that could clip onto a backpack. It could clip on a belt. And then also people were able to take it anywhere. It was just as simple as adding one more accessory. Now it stood apart from the competition where a lot of people wanted to buy it. And also my sales just blew up. Everyone that was looking at those bottles were wanting to buy mine over the others just because I simply added one additional accessory that made it stand apart from the competition. Now, in my course, it teaches you how to evaluate that to determine how to bundle it in a way that people want to buy yours over the competition. So to get access to that, just click on the link and you can get access to all of that right away. Let's see the next question here. Alexander asks, how can I get out of stock products continuously if I'm not selling on Amazon? Will this work for me, a product which sells on AMH? Alexander, I want to make sure I answer your question properly. So I'm not quite sure if I fully understand what you're asking. Like, are you asking like how to buy products if they're not in stock? Is that kind of what you're asking? I'm not quite sure. Do you mind just rephrasing it? I want to make sure I answer it properly, because part of me thinks what you're asking is like, how do you get rid of your inventory? Or are you asking, how do you buy products that are out of stock? If you don't mind just rephrasing that, I want to make sure I answer it the right way. Now, just as a reminder, click on the link over there in the chat. You get access to everything. You get access to, if you do the $397, we'll research the product for you. For those of you that want to do the research yourself, we've got the other option there, $247. This is a steal of a deal. This is like buying a Ferrari or a Lamborghini for the price of a bicycle. You're getting over $7,000 worth of bonuses for $397, $247. And do you know that when most people go out and start to buy a McDonald's franchise, they have to invest over $100,000 just in the franchise fee? You're getting an Amazon business with all the tools and resources for, far less than what some people pay a month for their car. Think about this. A car, people spend $50,000, $20,000 on a car. But does that car ever make them money? No, it just loses value. When you invest into this, you're investing into something that can pay you month after month after month, and it keeps paying you money. Keep putting your questions. I'm going to keep going through those. But think about this. Your money, it replenishes itself. Money replenishes itself. It keeps paying you month after month after month. Should you lose your job, what happens? Unemployment kicks in, and unemployment pays you every single month. So if money keeps coming in every single month, what about if you spent more time at the office? If you spend more time at the office, do you ever get that time back? No, you don't get that time back at the office. So instead of trying to waste time trying to figure out how to do this stuff on your own, you can invest money that replenishes itself and get access to something that's going to show you the right way to do it. That way it saves you time, because time, it's the most precious thing you have. Money replenishes itself, but time is not replenishable. This will save you time. That is why you need this. So to access this, just click over there on the link and then choose which one you want. Do you want the training tools and product research, or do you just want the training and tools? So the first one is training tools plus we'll research a product for you. Or you can choose the other option and do training plus the bundle tools. My personal recommendation, go with the one where we'll do the research for you. That will help you accelerate your business as quickly as possible in time for Q4. All right, I'm going to keep going through these questions here. Let's see. How do you compare your software to others like Helium 10, Jungle Scout? Is your data the same or more accurate? Great question, Raman. Here's the thing. AMZ Scout is so much better than any of the other competitors out there. And here's why. AMZ Scout is light years ahead of the others. One, you're going to get more accurate data. Two, you get AI tools. Our AI tools outbeat all the other ones out there. In fact, I am so confident that our tool is better than anyone else's out there that we have a 10-day money-back guarantee. Try my course out for 10 days, try the tool out for 10 days, and if you're not happy, you get 100% of your money back. No risk. So our tool is so much better, and we are so confident that AMZ Scout is so much better that we offer a 10-day money-back guarantee. So give it a try. There's absolutely no risk. No risk at all. Let's see. Alexander asks, why can we not have AMZ Scout for longer than 3 months? Oh, you can have it more than 3 months. Once when your 3 months is up, you can renew it. So most people, what they do is they use it for the 3 months, find the product. Now they're making money. But for those that want to keep adding more products, you can just renew it. For some people, getting a product, like for example, that one I showed you today, I showed you that product that was making there's making on average $20,000 profit a month. If you have just one of those, you may not need any other products. But for those that say, you know what, I want to take it from $20,000 profit a month to $40,000 profit a month. So they renew the tools and they keep using the tool again and again to keep growing the business bigger and bigger and bigger. Because some people want to have a multi-million-dollar business. The choice is yours. You are in control whether you want to continue to renew it after the 3 months or not. So you do have that option to renew if you choose to. Once we leave the webinar, what's the first thing we do? How do we access all of the exciting products? So great question. So once when you click on the link and you join, and congratulations, I see we've had a lot more people join. Awesome. Congratulations to everyone that joined. I'm looking forward to personally helping you grow your Amazon business and helping you out. It's going to be awesome. We're going to work together in our live group mentoring call, and I'm going to help you accelerate your business because I want you to achieve your goals, whatever your goal is. So to do that, to answer the question, you're like, how do you get access to these exciting products? So the first thing is decide which package you want to go with. If you just want to do the research yourself, just do the training and bundles one, the $247. If you're someone you're busy or you want to make sure you get the right product, then I recommend going with the $397, which is the training, tools, plus product research bundle. In that bundle, we're going to do the product research for you. AMZ Scout's sister company, SellerHook, will find the product for you. So they will find that product for you. Let's see. So what will happen is you're going to get access instantly when you click on that link and buy. When you click on that link and invest into your business, you're going to get instant access to the AMZ Scout tool. Now, my course, I'm going to send you an email. So watch for an email. Make sure to check your spam, because sometimes when I put a link in there, for some reason, when I put links in emails, sometimes it sends it as spam. It thinks that it's spam when there's a link in there. So I'm going to send you an email. If you don't see it within 24 hours, just shoot me an email, ace@acegoldman.com, and say, hey, Ace, I bought the bundle and I still haven't received your tools. I will make sure that you get access to it, but it's probably because it may have went to spam. So check your spam folder. Let's see. So to answer your question, just choose which package you want, click on the link there in the chat, and you'll have instant access to the tools. And then you'll get an email from me with my course and all the bonuses that I'm offering to you. Again, these bonuses are only good tonight. So hurry, click on that link, because once we end the webinar, that's when the deal is off the table. So hurry and click on it. And and here's the big thing. I know that some people think, maybe I'll get started another day. For those of you that have kids, maybe you can relate to this. Like, I know my kids, right? I tell my kids, like, hey, clean your room. What do they say? Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. If I say, okay, what happens? Tomorrow comes. Is their room clean? No. Clean your room. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And then what happens tomorrow comes, still not clean. People have a tendency to procrastinate, to push things off. Why do people all year long talk about losing weight, making more money, organizing the house, and then they wait till New Year's, say, I'll do it on New Year's. New Year's comes, and then they just push it off. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it the next day. Tomorrow becomes days, which becomes weeks, which becomes months, which becomes years. Will anything ever change unless you take action? Now's your chance to take action. Click on that link. And when you click on that link, you'll get access to everything. Alexander asks, how do I find out-of-stock products on Amazon continuously? Can I have access to AMZ Scout after 3 months? So yes, you can have access to AMZ Scout after 3 months. Absolutely. And then as far as how to find out-of-stock products, in the research tools, there is actually, when you go to the tool, when you go to the product database, when you go to more filters, and you click on more filters, I guess you can't see my screen right now. I'm doing it right now on my screen. Under more filters, you can choose, there's an advanced, and there's things you can choose like new products, trending products, product ideas. Once when you choose those, you can take a look at those products and then go check to see one by one which ones on Amazon are not in stock. That's one way of doing it. There are ways of going about doing it, but using the tool is probably the fastest method. Personally, I wouldn't focus on what's out of stock. I would focus on what's selling well. Because sometimes something's not in stock because it's not doing well, so people quit selling it. So I wouldn't focus on what's not in stock, focus on what's selling. That's what makes you money, is to focus on what's selling. So how do you find what's selling? Well, click on that link. When you buy or when you invest into this today, we're going to send you 5 niches that do really well during Q4. Plus, I'm going to send you, so you're going to get 5 winning product ideas for Q4. I'm going to send you the best 3 niches. So all you have to do is just click on the link, and we're going to give you an idea of what it'd be some great products. And as a bonus, if you do the product research bundle, we will find a product for you. That we don't have to worry about risk. You don't have to fear about that because we're going to do that for you. Another question here. My last question is, you seem like a great mentor. I'd like to work. What do you think about 95% of the sellers that fail in the Amazon business? What are their biggest mistakes? Maybe not having a mentor. So that is a great question. And the statistic is actually 90% of Amazon sellers fail. 90% of Amazon sellers fail. Amazon did a study, and in 1 year, they followed the sellers, and they found out of 700,000 new sellers, less than 10, only 10% were selling. Only 10% were selling. Why? Here's the reason why. And I'll tell you the reason why 90% fell. Because people get this idea of, I want to sell on Amazon. So what do? They just start throwing random products on Amazon, and they don't know what they're doing. That is why they fail, because they're doing things the wrong way. We live in a DIY society where people believe they could just YouTube it or Google it. Well, that gives people the false sense of security. To be successful, you have to know what to do and what not to do. The 10% who are succeeding know the secret to success. So how do you find those secrets? You find the person with the shortcuts. Who has the shortcuts? I do. I have helped thousands and thousands of Amazon sellers have success. Why? Because I show them a time-tested, proven business model that is right there in my course. With my course, I will show you step by step by step how to build an Amazon business the right way. So by clicking on that link, you are going to get the proven strategy. Because when people go do it themselves, what happens? They make mistakes. And I don't want you to make mistakes. So to save you from making mistakes, we have put together a special bundle here where we will find the right product for you. You'll have a course that will show you step by step by step how to do it. You're going to get live group mentoring where we are going to help you. You are going to get the mastermind classes. You get the supplier script. You get 3 months access to the tools. You get 5 winning products for Q4. Why are we doing this? Because we want you to be part of the 10% that succeed. The 10% that succeed are those that know how to do it the right way. You know, there's 2 ways of doing stuff, right? You can go guess, try to do it on your own. But when you have someone showing you the right way to do it, how are you going to succeed? I mean, think about this. If you take a kid and throw a kid in a car and say, go drive it, what percentage of them are going to crash the car? Probably a high percentage. But when you take that kid and you walk them through step by step how to drive a car the right way, what are the chances of them crashing? Very slim. So the best way to avoid failure is to find someone who knows how to do it. Shorten the learning curve. Find someone who knows how to do it the right way. So by clicking on the link, you get access to me. You get access to the course. We'll find a product for you. You get the tools. You're going to get everything you need to succeed. That's why we're doing this. So click on the link to get access to our Prime Day special. Let's see. Next question is, can you please drop your email in case we need to contact you? So when you purchase the course, if you don't see access to it within 24 hours, you can send me an email, ace@acegoldwyn.com, ace@acegoldwyn.com. Let me know if you don't see it, and I'll make sure that we get you access to everything. Now, if you're not seeing access to the tools, email support@amzscout.net. So that is support@amzscout.net. So AMZ Scout is providing the tools. I'm providing the course. So if you notice you're not getting access to any of those, email us and we'll make sure to get you taken care of. So contact us. We'll make sure you get access to whatever it is. But you should get instant access. When you invest, you're going to get instant access to all the AMZ Scout tools. For my stuff, it's going to take probably about 24 hours because I'm going to get your information, email it off to you. I got to create an account. I create an account for every single person. So I'll create your account. We have multiple people who have signed up already. So I'm going to go through and create an account for each one of you, and you'll get an email from me within the next 24 hours so that way you have your own account. So you can start watching the video step by step by step, how to build your Amazon business the right way. The exact steps that I used to build a successful business even during a recession. How I've helped thousands of people have success. You are going to have access to the same tools. Remember I mentioned to you about Lee? Where is it? I'm going to come back here. Lee that did $1 million in sales. How did she do it? She used my strategies. So that is how you get access to it tonight. Let's see. What other questions are there? I see a thank you in here. You are welcome. So this is our Prime Day special. Again, my course alone, normally $1,999. That is, if you go to my website, that is what my students have invested, $1,199. The AMZ Scout tool set, to get 3 months, $169. To get access to the live mentoring group, $2,909 value. The supplier mastermind class, a $497 value. When you add all this up, you're getting $7,000 of the bonuses for $3,997. Or if you want to do the research on your own, you got the $247 one. This is a steal of a deal. This is a really good price, but it's only good on this call. So once when I end it, the deal is off the table. So we are going to wrap this up in just a couple more minutes. So now's your last chance. Click on the link to get access to change your life. Because if you don't do it now, then when are you going to do it? Do you really want to wait till next year to sell during Q4? Or do you want to take advantage of right now of Q4 so you can start making money right now? Now's the best time to sell on Amazon. Why wait till next year? Why do in a year what you can do today? And for those of you that are in the US, choose Kamla. Kamla will give you it in just 4 payments. So you can break it up into smaller payments should you need help breaking it up into smaller payments. Use the bank's money. You don't even have to use your money. Use a credit card, use the bank's money, and then when you start making money on Amazon, pay that card off and pay 0 in interest because you can pay it quickly. What's the fastest way to start selling on Amazon? Clicking on the link, getting access to the tools in the course, which will accelerate your business as quickly as possible. And what I think is what's crazy is when you look at the value of all this, just to have a group mentoring call with me alone costs more than $397. There are people that will pay far more than $397 value just to be in a group mentoring call with me to get my personal help. Just the group mentorship call alone is worth far more than $397. But you're getting access to a course, tools. We'll even do the research for you. Now, for those who want to do the research yourself, you can save a little bit of money by doing the $247. But all you have to do is just click on the link, or as a reminder, you just pull out your smartphone using your camera, click on the link, and then what it's going to do is it's going to pull it up here. It's going to show you everything that you're going to get access to. And then you just put in name, email address, and then you can purchase it. It's that simple. It's that easy. So go ahead, click on the link, and do it now. Now, I'm just trying to provide the information for you so you can decide whether you want to learn the rest. Because what we've covered today is just the tip of the iceberg. There is so much to learn to ensure that you are successful. So to get the rest, all you have to do is just click on the link over there, scan the QR code. The link is in the chat, so you'll find it in the chat, and that is where you will find it there. So excited for that. So we're about to end soon. I do see someone says, "Thank you, Ace. This is already feeling like a big step in building my dream." You are welcome. And I want to help you achieve your goals. That is why I do this. I'm taking this money, I'm donating it to help those in need. I'm going to help you out of my own free time because I want you to be successful. I see Alexander says, "I've joined." Yippee. Congratulations, Alexander. Welcome, Alexander. Glad to have you part of the team. And I'm excited to work with you. My goal is to help you accomplish your goals, your dreams. So if you want to spend more time with your family, if you want to travel more, if you want to not have to worry about money, if you want to build a business so you are in charge of your life, and you're someone that feels like that there's more to life, that you deserve more, I'm here to help you. That's why I'm doing this. It's not for me, it's for you. I am here to help you. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you do well. So all you have to do, click on that link, get access to the course, and we look forward to helping you out. We want to see you succeed. We're here to help you that. So someone asked the cart, 3 months. So yeah, in 3 months, you can renew the AMZ Scout. So if you see that 3 month in the cart, that is referring to the AMZ Scout tool. So for those that say, "Hey, I want to keep using the AMZ Scout tool after 3 months," that's what that's referring to in the cart. So great question. Someone says, "I lost internet. How long will the membership be of $397?" So this is a one-time investment of $397. That's it, a one-time investment. This isn't a monthly thing that we're charging. It's a one-time investment of $397. However, you're getting $7,000 worth of bonuses for $397. When I end the webinar, the offer's off the table. So I'm going to give you guys, let's see, because there's a couple more questions coming. I'm going to give you all 3 more minutes. I'm going to start a timer on here, and in 3 minutes, I'm going to end it in 3 minutes, and then in 3 minutes, then we're going to end it. So you see right here, I've started the timer, less than 3 minutes remaining. So once this timer goes off in 3 minutes, the deal's off the table. So now is your last chance. Now, I'm not going to tell you whether you should join or whether you shouldn't join. You've got to make that choice. You got to decide whether you want to change your life. It's up to you. What happens if you don't take action? Well, I'll tell you what. You'll wake up tomorrow and you'll go to the same job. You'll do it the same commute. Deal with the same boss. Does anything ever change unless you make a change? For those of you that want to make a change, all you have to do is click on that link. We got a 10-day money-back guarantee, so nothing to worry about. Try it out. Give it a try. No risk to you. We are going to be here to help you out. So you've got two choices. A, click on the link, make a change in your life, or B, keep doing the same thing you're doing. Some of you, maybe you're happy with where you're at. Maybe you're happy with your life. You don't want change, and that's fine for you. For you, go do whatever you want to do. But for those of you that want to change, it just starts with one click. That click right there is over on the chat. Click on that link, and we'll get you taken care of. All right, let's see how much more time we have left. 1 minute and 24 seconds remaining to take action to get access to this. So click on the link, scan the QR code, or you can type it in manually. You can type in AMZ Scout /get/ACE-bundle. You can type it in manually should you choose to. Let me check to see if there's any other questions. I want to make sure I answer your questions. All right, I'm not seeing other questions. I do see we've had a few more people join. Congratulations. Welcome to the team. AMZ Scout, the whole team at AMZ Scout is amazing. They're going to take great care of you. I'm going to be looking forward to working with you during our live group mentoring call. Excited to hear what questions you have. Excited to hear about what you're hoping to accomplish. And I want to help you work towards those goals during our live group mentoring call. So looking forward to doing that with you. You're going to get an email from you with access to all the resources, as well as there's going to be another email that's going to show you how to access that live group mentorship, where you can personally get my help during the group mentorship. I want to help you and look forward to doing that with you. So the link has been posted there. You're going to see Jenny posted a link on there to get access to everything. So all you have to do is click on that link, and the timer, it just went off. So the timer has went off. So the time is up. So we are going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm going to make sure there's no final questions, and then I'll wrap it up. Let's see. All right. I don't see any other questions. So click on the link now, because when I end it, the deal is off the table. Now's your last chance. You're going to get the Seller Secret course, a $1,109 value. That's what my students have paid, $1,199. You get access to the live group mentorship, a $2,909 value. The Suppliers Mastermind course, a $497 value. You get access to the first page rankings, a $497 value. The Supplier Script, a $90 value. The checklist of questions, $99 value. The individual report, where we will find a product for you, a $187 value. You get the 3-month tool set, a $169 value. We're going to send you 5 winning product ideas for Q4, a $497 value. You're going to get the review list, a $99 value. How to get these lower risk ungated categories, a $199 value. And a list of over 100 private label suppliers here in the US and Europe, $109 value. All of this for $7,533 worth of value for a one-time investment of $397. Or you can break it up into 4 payments for those of you that are in the US. You just choose Kamla when you're checking out. For those of you that want to do the research on your own, we have a cheaper bundle, which just includes the training and the tools, a $247 value. All you have to do, click on the link in the chat, scan the QR code, or type it in manually. The choice is yours on which option you want to do there. But I'm going to go ahead and end it now. So thank you all for being here. Again, I'm going to give you 10 seconds. 10 seconds to click on the link. The 10 final seconds to click on the link So that way you can start making sales in time for Q4, where we can find your product, get you up and running. For those of you that have joined, I've seen quite a few have joined. Welcome. We're excited to have you part of the team and looking forward to helping you all have success. Well, the time is up. Thank you all for being here, and look forward hearing about your success and look forward to working with many of you. You all have a wonderful evening and take care.